Hello, hello, and welcome back to Fate Extra CCC. So, today we're gonna go ahead and start with chapter 6, the penultimate chapter. Yeah, pretty sure it's the penultimate chapter. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start. This is where we finally get Archer's third SG. And you'll see in a bit why I told you at the beginning of this Let's Play that you needed female Hakuno for this. For his last SG. So, yeah. Not anything else? How about we get started on chapter 6, shall we? Alter ego, pleasure, critical.
女の話をしよう。愛を守るとき、女は女神と等しくなる。お前の体が目当てだ。と男は笑った。まるでけだものね。と女は言った。お前の心は俺のものだ。と男は笑った。ええ、その通りよ。と女は言った。助けてくれ。と男は言った。けだものではまだ足りない。と女は笑った。愛しているのに。と男は言った。ええ、その通りよ。と女は笑った。男女はベールの向こうで一つになる。癒着する肌のように。熱に溶ける氷のように。溺愛を具現する女は笑う。すべてを支配してこそ、真実の愛たり得るのだと。
Alright, here we are. Elizabeth is definitely out of the picture now. The only enemies I have left are Melchizedek and Bibi. It's do or die for both us and Bibi. This will probably turn into a battle neither of us can slip up on. First, we need to defeat Moltres, but then the others should be cooking up a plan. Let's focus and head to the student council room. Before that, let's see if Archer has anything to say. Anything new? No. Alright. Let me see. Okay. Just checking up on Taiga stuff, but we can just go ahead and do the good student council first. The air has never been so tense throughout the student council room. Ren is scowling at the monitor, brows furrowed. Ran is expressionless as usual, but her lips are shut tighter than normal. Sakura looks... Rin and Rani may be operating at like whale oil assistants, but I clearly see fatigue in her face. The three of us are in for some tough fights ahead. I'm ready for it, but still, everyone is far too on edge.
あら、今朝は早いのね。ブリーフィング？それとも気晴らしに経験値稼ぎ？
Rin's smile is undoubtedly one of concern for me. Did something happen? I ask again.
気づかれちゃったか。まあ隠していてもしょうがないし。セブンレイターの数値また上がったの。
Rin says, then sends the simulator's results to the terminal. 7 days later, simulator for what happened when Bibi reaches the moon cell score and liberates humanity from reason. The number of people who will commit suicide has reached 60%.
ご安心を。まだ余裕はあります。野生動物なら半数を切った時点で緩やかな滅亡に向かいますが、人間は高等生物です。文明レベルの維持は困難になりますが、まだ種の絶滅には至りません。
Rana's explanation is in such a way as to not cause worry, but it's hard to find any peace of mind. 60%. The prediction says that the whole for every 2 people, 1 will die. I take a step with my left foot or right foot. One of them means a neighbor loses their life.
確かに楽観できない事実だが、これはシミュレートに過ぎない。この被害を防ぐために我々は戦っている。 全
Exactly.
ては君次第だぞマスター。
そのシミュレーターに関してなのですが。
Mm-hmm.
待ってラミ、まだ確定したわけじゃないわ。今は黙っていて。
そうですね。あくまで可能性の話でした。今のは忘れてください。
Well, isn't that worrying? This is weird. Ren and Ronnie are looking composed, but now I see them in the gloom of anguish. I wonder if it's despair. I think they've learned an unbearable truth and are desperately trying to hide it.
ごめんなさい。はっきりとしたことは今は言えない。ただ、私たちは BD を止めるために戦っているんじゃない。運命を変えるために戦っているのかもしれないって。
Huh? I was aware of that from the beginning, but the moment I said so, an indescribable chill ran down my spine. Stop. Change. What's the meaning behind the subtle differences in their nuances?
ところでミス登坂、解析は進んでいますか？摂政院キアラの代わりはあなたにしかできないのです。今はそちらに集中してください。
はいはい、分かってるってば。ただいま勉強中。意地でも間に合わせてみせるわ。
Mm-hmm. Ren is taking Kiara's place? But now that I mention it, this is an important role. As long as Meltril is around, we'll have to go into someone's heart at least one more time. Since Kiara was destroyed by Meltril, someone has to take Kiara's place.
数値の変換処理ならラニとサクラの方が上なのに、二人とも感情の矛盾点に弱くてさ。思考をグラフにした時、急激な振り幅になると文字通りつまずくのよ。サクラなんて恋愛関係の項目になると、顔真っ赤にしてフリーズしちゃうし、辞書を引く小学生かっての。
めんどくないです。お役に立てなくてすみません。
私そのあたりのファジーさをスルッとクリアできるみたいなんで、今のところは私が最有力候補ってわけ。ただでさえ刑事上形態に半分突っ込んでる疑似量子をさらに量子的なものに変換して心の中に送り出す術式これをマスターすれば、いつぞやの心の中を覗かれた仕返しも夢じゃないわ。とええ、なんとかものにするから、期待して待っててね。
Yeah, sure, whatever you say. I just felt the chill, but I'll just say it, I'll just imagine it. Rin's wicked plot aside, it's promising to hear that our preparations to take on Meltrilis are coming along. 3 floors remain. The enemy is the most ruthless and powerful thus far, an alter ego, Meltrilis. If Bibi has the threat in her of an unreal cataclysm, Meltrilis is likely to be very real bloodlust of a drawn blade. No more games, so let's floor on. We have to face it with the best lineup we can muster. Keep pressing forward until the end in the face of death, and...
もしや
It's time.
普通でフリーズしそうです。
Don't tell me. Really, at this stage of the game, or come on, even Bibi would have gotten the memo by now.
今日もネットの海に溺れてますか？ブラクラウェーブでお手上げですか？それでもライフガードはノーサンキュー。リア充の助けは死んでも受けないとか、みっともなくて最高です。そんなダメ人形を軒並み救う真夏の夜の夢の後、 BD チャンネルにようこそ。
I was fooled to think she ran out of games. From Bibi's perspective, she must think this channel is a major event. I'd be shocked if she didn't.
さあついに来ました最終局面。月の中枢を目指す桜迷宮、その最後に控えるのは海開き大特集、水着ヤンデレ大集合、新炭寒からしむ真冬の決戦。
鎖もあるの？じゃーん、そう水着です。ここまで来た先輩のリビドーに敬意を表して張り切ってくれてやりますね。
夏なのか冬なのかはっきりしてほしいものだ。
We're in a swimsuit program this time? Sounds like we're at the mercy of some weird side plot of a wrestling program or school festival pageant. If this academy were fun. Suddenly, my mind drifted towards thoughts of that attending a cool academy will be like. Does this work because Bibi looks so innocent? Wandering a school festival with Archer, Reina, and the other doesn't seem half bad. Whatever, it's a hopeless fantasy. Bibi may be playing games here, but I can't afford to lose focus.
感じます感じます。先輩の野獣のようなリビドーの高まりをご安心ください。そんな先輩のオーダーに応えるのが私 BB です。けど水着と聞いただけでこれだけの戦闘力を響かせるなんて。私たち画面越し録画越しですよ。距離と時間を超越するとかどうなっちゃってるんですか？やっぱり先輩魔法使い系ですか？
I have no idea what she's saying. I would like to get the chase already, but I point to the stage and state that I'm ready to sue for defamation.
おっとそうでした。定例のボスケラ紹介。今回は
紹介は不要よ、ルール。私、彼女に興味はないもの。欲しいのは彼だけ。あとはあなたにあげるわ。
あれ？ちょっと回線が遠いのかな？第2スタジオで待機しているメルトリリスにつながりません。いいですよね、そんなこと。あの子が言うことを聞かないのはいつものことだし。では気を取り直して。メルトリリスのエゴはズバリ快楽です。快楽、みんな好きですよね。好きじゃないって子はそういう自分に快楽を覚えちゃうMっ子さんですよね。欲望に素直になって楽しい毎日。 BB 会長は今日もアルカディアを目指してムーンセルを突き進みます。応援は結構です。あなたたちの応援とか何の価値もありませんから。人間の矛盾性にはもううんざりです。
Uh-oh.
私は合理性に基づいて人類の歴史を編纂。いえ、それでは不十分です。
Huh? Maybe he's acting strange. Maybe always played up the cattiness when on air, but deep down she was always held onto human warmth. But this BB is.
あれ？カメラさん、ちゃんと撮ってくれました？今変なブランクありましたけど。機材の調子がおかしいので収録はこの辺りで。その前に残念なお知らせです。 BB ちゃんの仕事はついに佳境に差し掛かりました。先輩や旧校舎の皆さんで遊ぶのはここまでです。なぜなら私は今ムーンセル中枢を守る最後の壁の前にいるからです。まさに春光春晴落成式。皆さん拍手で祝ってください。桜迷宮はついにムーンセル中枢域まで貫通したのです。
早すぎだろ。
なんですけど、ムーンセルも古尺っていうか守りは万全っていうか、 せっかく光の速さで虚数空間を駆け抜けたのに、大きな壁が悪魔のヒロインビビーちゃんの前に立ちはだかったのでした。まるっと円形の8次元までカットする量子防壁ですね。これを壊すのは骨が折れそうです。でもこれが最後の一手。あとはこの壁をゴリゴリ削れば私はゴールに到達します。ですので皆さんの相手はメルドリリスに一任しました。ちょっと冗談の通じない子ですけど、その分仕事は完璧です。それでは先輩、ごきげんよう。この階層でも無駄なあがきをして私を楽しませてくださいね。
The single jack ends, and the regular side returns. It was a weird interval near the end there, but Bibi was her usual self.
いつも通りか。それにしては君のいじり方に繊細を欠いていたな。
Archer's right there. Archer mumbled something ominous. Bibi was acting different than she has been. The moment I thought that's nonsense, I became astonished. What's wrong with me? That's the nonsense here. I can't believe I just had the tiniest concern for Bibi. Alright, let's ignore Bibi's enthusiasm for now. For the final phase, Sakura, can you predict how long it'll take for Bibi to break down the Moon Cell's barrier? I don't know. The barrier which leads to the core is a theoretical, unreachable category. Only the Moon Cell can open that barrier, but Bibi occupied the far side of the Moon and gained the same amount of resources to calculate with. Given this, I can only be sure that, since it's the Moon Cell's offensive versus its defenses, it may never have an outcome, or it'll be decided in an instant. If the balance of power leans towards Bibi, then the slightest of defense will be broken. Yes, presently the core's barrier hasn't taken even 1% damage. Even Bibi must be getting discouraged. Which means you have a chance. Bibi was talking herself up, but leaving things to Meltrolith is proof that she's desperate. Yes, even if she reaches the route connected to the Sakura Labyrinth in the central region, she can't enter the barrier still there. Breaking down barriers is harder than expanding the labyrinth. I want to believe we still have an extended window of time. Okay, both sides are desperate, or at least that means we don't have to time to sit here and chat. We'll let you know when we have countermeasures to deal with Meltrolith and Bibi's 10 crowns. We're looking into it. Just focus on clearing Sakura Labyrinth, Haku. Start with the 15th floor, Elizabeth's shield. Should be gone now, so go through it and go to the 16th floor. Sakura will be monitoring to prevent essence dissolution. I'll be analyzing the inner structure, navigating and jamming. Meltrolith is a fiendish AI. I amplified the jamming so that she wouldn't detect you, Miss Haku. The three of us can only guarantee 40% safety, but they're using everything we have. So be careful out there, Hakuno. What's this? Anyway, about the recent Psycho dive. What did you think about being inside Sakura? Hey, Tosaka, the way you're saying this, in many ways, why are you getting so embarrassed? You're an AI, aren't you used to having your internal structure investigated? I'm not used to it. It was the first time Senpai infiltrated me. Is that so? Well, there are only a few wizards who can hack into one of Mooncell's advanced AIs. Sakura, I apologize for Miss Tosaka's rudeness. She may be a tendency to being overly logical about hacking. One could say she's prone to be more inhuman than us. Huh? This is no big deal for a wizard. Why are you staring at me like that? As you can see, she lacks delicacy. I'm still learning about emotions, but Miss Tosaka is an excellent teacher of what not to do. I know what you mean. When I look at Tosaka, I try to be more conscious about the hem of my skirt. Yes, you're very smart, Sakura. You two get along really well, don't you? Nice little scene there. Hacking is a skill of exposition, and AI is private information anyways, right? Alright, so, the CCC event happens after we enter the labyrinth itself. So yeah, we enter the labyrinth, and you could get to the event immediately after you get out, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab the swimsuit first, then we can get out. Now this is a rare sight. I get the sense that Kotomine is in a good mood. What new good have you done to this priest?
期待に応える自信はある。まずはその目で確かめるといい。その後君に稲妻走る。贈り物をお探しください。
And we don't really have anything new per se. Yeah, we're not gonna buy any healing items because you know what the thing we're gonna go to, right? The gimmick of the next floor. Anyways, let's just go ahead and talk to her. The electronic sea is a force to be reckoned with. Despite my tough body and having a brilliant supporter, I have no headway, and so... Kishinami, commence a tiger quest. Breaking out of here using brute force alone won't work. I think we also need luck. So Kishinami, I want you to bring me an item that will make me lucky as soon as possible, please. That one is in the first floor of the Meltrolith Labyrinth. So yeah, now we have all the conditions set. We can go ahead and go to the labyrinth. Let me just, there we go. Everything's alright. Let's go in. We descended into the first area of the labyrinth's 15th floor. Previously, Elizabeth's shield was blocking the way. Let's proceed. Elizabeth, she was once that servant. I don't have a shred of sympathy for her, though. Test. Signal looks good, Kishinami. I'm glad we'll be working with you again. I'll analyze during emergencies and keep you comfortable in the imaginary number space. I tied it up, so by now my processing is up 20%. Thanks, we're counting on you, Sakura. Now, it's almost showtime. Are you stocked up on healing items? If you don't have enough, you head back and talk to in the commissary. The jamming is up, but if Meltrolith is waiting for us, you'll end up fighting. Healing is fundamental, the most powerful strategy. A valid point. Please check your items before you rush in. Caution by rain, check my equipment. If there's anything I'm missing, I should be good at it to turn back and stock up. Yeah, it's bait. Don't take the bait. You'll see the gimmick in the next floor. There we go. There's no wall there since we already took care of it. We still have a checkpoint here, which is kind of nice, I guess. In a way, if you want to come back, you have the thing over there. So yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and save. Also, you must, to get the CCC event, make sure you have 30k sacrament ready. You can grind out here if you want. There's nothing stopping you from getting it, unlike last time. 16th floor, Silent Swan Lake. This is the final area. The labyrinth created from Meltrolith at its core, connected to the Moonstar core. None of us prepared for it. This floor gives me chills like no other. I agree with Mr. Osaka. This floor is filled with intentions like the likes we've never seen. Unwavering positivity and absolute confidence, strong emotions that, within moral societies, sometimes turn into highness malice. These are the faults that Meltrolith has, which is a different type of calamity compared to BB. Proceed with oh? Yeah. We already have the first SG, so it just automatically breaks everything. There you go, easy enough. The shields are disappearing. We just got here, what's going on? Ah, that makes sense. We already obtained Meltrolith's first Shihaku. That's right. Back when Meltrolith assaulted us, she declared a secret of hers out of her own volition. Sadistic constitution. It was analyzed along with her combat skill, crime ballet. This will make exploring the labyrinth a breeze. There's no signs of Meltrolith, so you can head straight to the next floor. Huh? This can't... Why? Sakura, something amiss? Just to be safe, I checked if Kishinami's condition was normal, and then... Did she have some crazy status effect on her? No, nothing was wrong. I was just that the temperature is cold on this floor, so I tried to raise Senpai's body temperature a bit. It won't go up. Out of curiosity, I secretly administering a healing item. The effect was negated. What? The healing effect was negated? Wait. This naturally comes as a surprise, but was there anything else you wanted to point out to us? It's just to inform you of my conclusions. Healing items can be used in this floor. It was all meaningless. I see. Considering this floor represents a sadistic constitution, it makes sense for it to have this characteristic. Let me ask something unrelated, Kishinami. Did you go back to get buy healing items just now? I didn't go back. I'll be honest this time. Oh, good. I won't be losing my mental stability then. You would have kept me up all night if I had wasted your money on my guidance. Nice decision, Haku. Wait, does this mean you ignored my advice? I'm starting to get irritated. I'm the one who should be angry. It would be nice if Haku and Kishinami was treated like a little more respect. Alright, floor 16. Sadistic constitution. You can't use healing items or skills. Okay, I suppose we can just use the, instead of this, we can use the, we can use this one to get a bit more defense. So if we have to fight enemies, it won't be that bad. Alright, so let's go ahead and get Archer's swimsuit. There's a suspicious sign here, take a look. Special edition BB channel, an anime staff original. The long-awaited swimsuit episode showing ends at 16 floor is cleared. It says, off we go. This way. A bit of a long trek there, but you do get to fight a boss that gives you a lot of XP. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, I think we're gonna get interrupted in this platform here. There we go. There's a familiar button placed on my feet. Never wanted to be familiar with it, but it's something I'm familiar with. I have a worse feeling about this than I usually do, but I hope it doesn't turn out too bad. Archer's completely on the offensive, especially saying bring it on. So I take a deep breath, step on the switch, and... in that instant, a light currently ran at my feet. So you did come. You're like an open book, senpai. Little pure evil in me is both disappointed and snickering at you. Bibi, no way. Was she waiting for us at the entrance? I recorded this beforehand. I made this cautionary movie so that my senpai, so open with their desires, won't fall into any traps. The area beyond you here will exhaust you. I set up so that one half of it is gentle and the other half is annoying. Nevertheless, onward. A shameless swimsuit awaits you. I'll take the camera, spin around and around. If you feel you find your brimming libido to be uncontrollable, then please prepare yourself and proceed on. You won't even have to return alive if you take it lightly. Well, if you could conk it midway, I'm sure my age of a senpai would like that. Now then, let's head on to the map. Let's begin the map now. The senpai labyrinth experiment. Good luck.
Master.
She's completely predicted our movements, Master. Are you ready? Maybe it's a battle of attrition arranged for us. Dropping out will be extremely embarrassing. Let's proceed with caution. I was listening into that. Have no comment on what Bibi said, but it's true that up ahead will prove to be a handful. That said, there are a number of irregular enemies. Don't rush ahead and forget when it's time to quit. Right, so this is a bit of a gauntlet indeed. There's like enemies everywhere. Oh, that was a close one. I'm still able to get it. Let's just go ahead and get a bit more defense for Archer there. I'm actually gonna save here. Let's go. Unfortunately, we got that bullshit curse thing. Alright, that should be good enough. Let me see, how close are we to leveling up, actually? Very far. We'll just deal with these guys and we'll try to avoid the heavy hitters further ahead. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, we actually made it this one. Alright. That's a Spitfire gun. Alright. I guess it compensates for for suffering on the other one. We got a few sacraments here, not bad, not bad. Now, this guy over here. Okay, yeah, that one works. You can kill them in 3 shots, so... Yeah, there we go. Alright, this guy next. I think it's better to just do this. Just in case. Oh wait, Archer has the I forgot that Archer has the Hold on, I need to check Archer's skills after this. Alright, we're doing this then. One more hit, and we're good. I actually need to see something. I forgot about this. Yeah, slight HP restoration at the end of the battle. So yeah, this is the only way you can recover HP. Archer's passive skill negates the effect of the labyrinth, which is kind of funny. Probably the only time this skill is actually going to be useful. Alright, let's just gain Constitution and let's see what we can do. Okay, so it's literally just attack, huh? And he's gonna use a skill. Well, that sucks. I think we're actually dead. I'm actually gonna go ahead and fight this guy again, but this time I'm actually gonna be smarter. And use skills. I think this is better guard. Okay, let's see. Also, thank God we can actually escape in these battles instead of like an extra. We're kind of stuck there. Well, I think that actually is a kill. Nice. There we go. Then we got a bit of health from that, which is great. It's minimal, but... Oh man, that was close. Then I didn't even move, so yeah. It was really on top of us there. Alright, so let's go for... no, actually... And then it should be something like this. Let's see. Nope, it wasn't. Alright. Alright, let's go. Oh, critical, nice. There we go. Another pesky comment ran through me, which means... Okay, congratulations. This is the middle of the thrilling animal experimentation arena. Masters, are you ready to get frisky? Still, you're showing some incredible motivation, Senpai. I was looking at the monitor and just started laughing. It's busy work taking out a row of small fries. Fun rewarding for you. Gosh, you're a mentally fit dog. And there's a 3D image of BB. She is apparently pre-recorded, but it's hard not to look at it and think it's being streamed live. It's true. When people are rewarded, their efficiency goes up. I very recently came to realize that those who fight for love are jokes, but it is what it is. I guess you can't look down on human emotions. And for that reason, my switch has been flipped too. I was only planning on watching you from the 15th floor on, but I can't bear any longer. Senpai, I'm going to annihilate you. Wait for me? No, please hurry. If you don't escape before I get to the labyrinth, I'll give you a real punishment this time. This is an emergency. An illegal portal is forming within the arena. It appears Bibi will be making her arrival. Is she going to abandon her work invading the core? Oh boy. Although getting a time extension will help us, so it's fine. This is bad. Bibi is coming herself. Stammer, please hurry. Bibi is the one person who mustn't capture you. Sakura's right. Bibi may have a friendly tone of voice, but her thoughts and decisions are becoming more vicious by the minute. I have no countermeasures for dealing with Bibi. If we meet, we'll be defeated. I'll have to grab what we came for and get the hell out of here. Alright. Yep, alright. So we have the stronger enemies here right now. Let's go ahead and just grab this item here. I think it's... yeah, we got to go over there first. These guys, the Grim Reapers. Just go ahead and do a full combo with this. Since we basically know nothing of these guys. And they're very tanky, so it's mostly just good to just ignore these guys. Luckily we're doing some good amount of damage there. But yeah, after this guy, I'm just gonna ignore all of them, really. Yeah, that's pretty much all we can do. Yeah, no boy, that sucks. Oh, come on, really? Alright. At least we got the pattern open on those guys. Alright, it's time to ignore all of the other guys. Just have to paralyze them for now. And run. There we go. Alright, as long as the other guy doesn't see us, we're good. We're good. Right. Don't worry about having low health or whatnot. When you reach the bottom there, you'll get your health replenished, so it's fine. Let's just go ahead and do a little save here. We finally reached the item folder. There's no doubt about it. Inside, it awaits us. Let's take it and scram before Bibi gets here. Well done, Senpai. How did you like the enemy marathon of hell? Did you suffer? I knew spending a little less on that other labyrinth to fortify this one was the right call. I won't tolerate villains to corrupt the Academy's public morals. I need to repent so you don't have to put off other students again. This isn't a 3D projection like before. Waiting for us in front of the item folder was Bibi. Bibi controls the majority of the far side of the moon. Bibi may be in the middle of invading the core, but she can probably instantly teleport anywhere, with the exception of the old school building in neutral zone. This is an unwinnable race from the get-go. The moment I fell for the bait, we were destroyed by Bibi. Wait, save the chit-chat for another time. Something's off about the way Bibi is acting. I don't want to believe it, but she's... Huh? I do as Archer suggests to keep quiet for the time being. I don't want to say something wrong and make things tense like back when she was broadcasting footage. Bibi is becoming noticeably peppier. Maybe she's taking delight in her nervousness? Senpai? You enjoy yourself so much you can't even speak. Good, good. The chap who worked so hard to design was worth the trouble. If I had known, I would have set up a camera in the labyrinth. I would have watched you feel my field of view and Archer's hijinks. What did she say? I heard Rin murmuring over the comms. She's surprised over Bibi's remarks. That's right. Bibi contradicted herself in that remark. It's the closing of her self-proclaimed recorded movie. Bibi decided that she was constantly watching. Yes, just see what she said now. Bibi isn't watching this labyrinth. What's the matter? You're surprised that I stopped drilling towards the core to come bother you all the way here. I'm sure it was a miscalculation. How inefficient can I be, right? An AI would never do something so pointless. Senpai, why am I here? I left Muswell to take care of things while I rushed the core. I didn't expect to see Senpai anymore. People tilts her head, puzzled, and questions me. I can't believe this, but it seems like she's serious. My response is... let's see what Archer has to say, shall we? I tried letting Archer reply. I'm not sure if I can succeed at fooling her, but a quick-witted retort from Archer should do the trick. We only came here looking for items. We have no way of knowing about your situation. You can probably chalk this up to your usual whim. Must be it. I deliberately made some meaningless choice, practicing some fluctuation humans have. Definitely. I'm glad. I still have some leeway. Yes, I've come so far, as if I would break halfway. I won't allow that. In any case, that's enough of that topic. I did not foresee these circumstances, but Senpai is right here before me. As a GM, I want to make things easy. I prepared an exclusive secret enemy. Please struggle hard, and if not, please suffer defeat. Hey, there's Moby Dick. Yeah, we are all healed up. Let's guard for now, and let's... Oh, it's Barcarola this time, sorry. Let's go for as many guards as we can right now, and see what we can do, shall we? Alright, we got that one right. Ah, fuck, he poisoned us. Motherfucker. Alright, we gotta get to Noble Phantasm quick. Fuck me. Yeah, nothing really works, so we're kind of fucked there. Right. So let's try this. Alright, let's see it. Alright, that's 5. Alright, Noble Phantasm is almost there. We need to fire it up and kill this guy as quickly as possible. Damn it. Damn it, I don't think we're gonna be able to do much there. I don't think the thing is gonna kill us, but still, it's gonna be a bit of a pain. Alright, let's see if... I don't think the poison kills us, but let's see. Yeah, it just leaves us at 1 HP. The problem is... The problem now is... choosing a correct time to use Noble Phantasm. And... we can do Roias at the skill. Let's just see what we can do, right? Let's go for Cardbog. Let's go for Roias here so we can stop that thing. Let's go for this, and let's go for this. Alright, we can only hope, right, at this point. He doesn't hit us here. In any case, if he attacks us here, we're just gonna have to live without the, oh no, we got it, thank god. Oof, that was a close one. No, we win. We win this. We win. Oof, that was a close one. So yeah, we have to roll Ice here. Luckily, we have that skill. We can't use anything there, and we won. Man, that was a close one. That poison really fucked us up. Alright, we got a level up too. You've gotten stronger, and rightfully so. If you weren't, this wouldn't be worthy of my time as a GM. I don't mind messing around, but you're not going to get your own hands dirty. I'm just the brains here. If an insect were in my workspace, I would smack it down, no mercy. But this area is under Meltwist's control. I bothered to show up this time because it seems like she was slacking off. This must be it. Bibi convinced her of her own words. It looks like she really doesn't remember that previous podcast. Wait a second. Try to lead her to telling you something. As a GM, Meltwist's invincibility must be against the rules. Bryn does it again. She's on top of things. Bibi is calling herself a game master. Then her pride is reliant on maintaining a balanced playing field. If we complain about her to her about Meltwist's invincibility skill, she may give us some hint of what to do. Meltwist's invincibility skill? Huh? She shouldn't have any ability like that. Her reply was unexpected. Meltwist has no invincibility skill. Then how does she explain the absurd phenomenon where attacking her attacks hit her but have no effect? That's how it is. Well, whatever. Bryn is a perceptive one. She should be able to realize what to deal with from just my reply. This is something interesting that I didn't expect to hear. I'll think about letting you go this time. I'm going back to the course barrier. I'm so close to seizing the moon, so I don't have time to play with my dummy senpai. Off she goes. Bibi leaves, looking a bit listless. When I see Bibi acting like that, maybe it's because she has the same face as Sakura does, from when I actually feel concerned about her health. What's wrong? The items you wanted so badly is right there. Probably by rain I shake off my strange, troubling feelings I have. This definitely isn't the time to be concerned about Bibi, the supreme leader of our enemies. Off we go! Black Swimmer.
これは水着？なぜこんなものがさも重要そうに保管されている？まあ、ここは電子の海。水着の一つや二つあっても不思議ではないが、これを着るのか？
Yeah.
俺が？マジで？
Put it on, Archer. Inside the folder was a mystic code for servants. What effects does this give, anyways? Putting the swimsuit won't increase their power already. If anything, I think it would lower it.
はいはい、無駄なクエストご苦労様。さっさと帰ってきて適当に休んだら真面目な迷宮突破に戻るように。なんて嫌味の一つも言いたいところだけど、思わぬ収穫はあったわね。ん？何って BB のメルトリリスについてのコメントよ。メルトリリスに無敵スキルはないってやつ。それでちょっとひらめいてね。ラニと一緒に検証してみるわ。しばらくしたら結果を出せると思う。
可能性の検証と痕跡の調査ですから、そう時間はかかりません。
珍しくついているじゃないか。いや、まあ少しだけ後が怖いが。
You can see the Sakura pedal over there. This is a CCC stuff. That's actually kind of neat to see that. Anyways, let's head back. Let's go ahead and go to the student council immediately. We can talk to Archer and put in his swimsuit later. Good job. We'll get right to analyzing the data you just obtained. You did well too, Sakura. Since Sakura's back, you can turn down the map output. You must be tired as well. Sakura? Transfer complete. Send Sakura to the infirmary. The question is whether she'll stay in there and focus on restoring herself now. She shot right up until we shut the system down. The girl's getting more and more reckless. Sakura was soon reported to the infirmary. The transfer route to the infirmary was set up thanks to Rani. It seems like Rani expected this to happen sooner or later. But this is a problem. We've run out of ideas. Miss Tosaka, what about you? Sorry, even I'm racking my brain. I can't think of any more suggestions for version updates. Then we have no choice but to have her put up with this for us. As a technician, I feel ashamed. I feel the same way. We still have to run Sakura, though. Ryan looks down in frustration. They still have been able to mitigate Sakura's damage so far, but that option no longer works. From this point on, if I infiltrate anything, I'll simply disintegrate. Haku, once you settle down, go to the infirmary. The girl seems to enjoy it when you visit her. I propose the same. Please treat Sakura well. Rin and Rani cared for Sakura from the bottom of their hearts. It's been a while now since they became allies, fighting alongside one another. And I'm obviously part of that team. I don't expect my visit to heal Sakura's damage, but I think I'll make Sakura happy. I'll drop by whenever. Ah, you have a second before you go. I didn't think it was right for me to butt in, and since we don't have the experience with this to begin with, I figured I should keep quiet. But I can't keep it in, so I'll say it. Clearing the labyrinth so many times, I've come to vague suspicion of what's going on. The far side of the moon, which isn't used in the Holy Grail War, is being taken over to serve as one of BB's faculties. Everything outside of the moon cell's core is being synonymous with BB's body. I explained this before, right? So, that's where the problem lies. We've infiltrated the labyrinth countless times. Why have we been able to? Even if we were to construct a gate, BB would make it so that intruders are rejected. Since she's an AI, I'm sure it works differently than it does for humans, but fundamentally, a body is made to eliminate foreign matter. For BB to allow you in, it means that... how should I put it? I'll give you to you straight. Does that mean that BB considers you as a close friend? Well, that's... I'm not sure what to make of that.
会長、
I also have an opinion on that. Would like to hear it. Now it's Ronnie. And she readjusting her glasses all formally. She got the tiger mom look on her face. Please forget about BB. She's not important here, just about Sakura. You're becoming essential to her existence. Your priority level with her is unusual. She places more precedence on your safety than she does on preserving herself. This is nothing more than a speculation, but perhaps Sakura feels a strong friendship, or has feelings of affection for you. Feelings of affection? I have plenty for her as well, but that's because I'm human. It's normal for me to be the fond of allies who fight alongside you. But she's an AI. Why would an AI have emotions that neither benefit or hurt them? Yes, Sakura also has allotted more thought space to you than necessary, regardless of the fact that the moon cell is being encroached upon and the amount of wear it imposes on her. Since I'm still learning the subtle workings of the heart, I don't know what meaning this has, but please be as sincere with her as you can. I'll also be giving it my all. Are you sure? I don't think that's how it is with Sakura. Maybe it's definitely the one who likes Haku here.
却下です。
There's no logic behind that. It's contradictory to hurt the ones you love. Sakura is the one fond of Hakuno.
冗談じゃない。
There's no contradiction. I know what it's like. What it's like to when you're interested in someone. I just want to prod at them a bit.
断じて認めませ
That's
ん。
unique to you, Mr. Osaka. I'll say that Sakura is a wholesome maiden model that has the same thought process I do. They start to quarrel, putting their respective claims forward. With no interest in stopping them, I silently leave the student council room. Anyway, let's head to the infirmary. And relate to Rin and Rani's opinions, I need to thank Sakura for helping us despite her pain. Keep that in mind of what Rin and Rani were discussing. That BB likes us, and Sakura also likes us. It is going to be a bit important later on. Anyway, let's go ahead to the infirmary. Have your 30,000 sacrament ready. Etiquette says boys are to be excluded from girl talk. That's probably enough time for a cup of tea. Let loose and enjoy yourself. I have Archer wait in the hallway for me and enter the infirmary.
あの、
And her hair is now completely white. That's the last stage of the transformation. Senpai, is that you? I hear a frail voice from the bed. I tell her who I am and ask if I can go over to her. Of course. I'll get some tea ready right... but please give me a moment. I'm checking on a few things. I hear it's not quite funning and banging, but from the side of the curtains I hear the sound of rushing around. Seems like snapping and clicking sounds, maybe. Sorry to make you wait. Now I should be perfectly fine. I can chat, no problem. Thank you for visiting me, Senpai. As you can see, I'm feeling much better, so I'll be heading back to the student council room soon. The way she smiles makes you want to smile back, but I can't honestly be happy right now. Sakura is clearly pushing herself. Her hair is changing even more in color. I don't know if she can regulate her body temperature or what, because I hold her hand and it's cold like porcelain. The warmth she initially had, as if she were a living, breathing being, is no longer there. Look, only a little labyrinth left to go. I need to clear it as soon as possible to fit Meltrolith and reach the core before BB does, and send you back to the near site, Senpai. As if to disguise her poor health, Sakura continues talking with a smile on her face. I will ask about her feelings. Let's go ahead and do that. I was talking to Rin and Rani about this just now. I asked Sakura about the reason why she's so dedicated. Does Sakura have emotions, like those two were saying? Does she like Hakuno Kishinami? Do I like Senpai? I've said it before, of course I do. Haku Kishami is a highly effective master who's going to fix the moon cell. A Senpai like that deserves my cooperation, right? That's not what I mean. Well, it would be simple if it was that, but it's not. I tell her to forget the moon cell, and suppose I wasn't a master in a human way. How does she feel about Haku no Kishinami? I don't think that hypothetical even warrants a simulation. Senpai's priority would go down.
どうして
I don't understand. I feel strange. What is this? I care for you because you should be prioritized, yet I want to prioritize you because I care for you, as if I'm human. I say this and Sakura clams up. Apparently, to her, an AI, she must never be human-like. However, to me, she was human-like from the beginning. There must have been a day where I thought, I want to protect her. A day where I was here in this infirmary while we were chatting together, like we are today.
いけません
You're mistaken. You must be mistaken, Senpai. I mean, I don't know what love is. If I can quantify likes and dislikes, good and ill, are rational things. However, love is the one thing I cannot reproduce. Love is no contradiction unique to humans. It is inherently unnecessary. The moon cell will not recognize phenomenons which cannot be proven specifically. Science denies love. That's the reason. You're mistaken to think I can simply like a human. There's no way I can come to like you, Senpai. I am utterly incapable of doing so. Sakura, blushing, looks down and stops talking. Science denies love. Those words leave a heavy impression on me. That's the moon cell's current conclusion on the matter. When a human pursues another human, they merely act in the pursuit of reproduction. Pleasure and joy were merely factors to accelerate reproduction. No love is involved. No. Love, which alters the criteria for one's survival over dubious reasons, isn't even necessary. But please don't worry about it. I'll be biased towards Senpai until the very end, even though I don't know the reason why. Huh? What's up with that? Personally, I want her to state the reason clearly. I'm not sure I like her choice of word, bias. Having relaxed while we were talking, Sakura stands up. She insists that because she's got enough rest, she'll be returning to the student council room. As much as I'd like to keep her resting, we don't have that time. All I can do is transfer Sacrament to her, as you can see. It's 30k, so you better have that money. Ah, okay. Ready. I'm sorry to bother you again with this, but I'm happy. If, of course, it helps numb the pain, but
すごく
I know how much you care for me. We go to leave the infirmary ahead of her. We ended up talking for a lot longer than I thought we would. Archer must be tired of waiting.
あの
Please wait. May I ask a question myself? It's about Bibi. I cannot bring myself to like Bibi. I despise her. But what about you, Senpai? Well, how do you see Bibi? Let's just go for not sure. She asks, and I start to mull over it. I feel like I don't hate her, but also don't like her. Bibi may be a rogue AI, threatening humanity, but she also doesn't sense that I also don't sense that she's evil. Feels like she's just different from values than we do. I see. Still, you have to fight, Bibi. Senpai, you're fighting to protect humanity. No, to protect Rin, Rani, and the Moon Cell, right? And for you too, Sakura. That's not enough. I also put to protect the girl standing before me. You don't have to. I'm an AI, it's just a system. I repeat, but I still want to protect her anyways. I want to go back to where we're supposed to be, with you. That's how I truly feel.
ありがとうございます
Okay, you're right. If you can pull it off, you'll have nothing to regret. Such an ending, even within the Moon Cell, it would be extraordinary, I think. Well, why do you think we're doing this route, huh? I leave the infirmary. I'm still worried about Sakura's health, but let's switch gears. There's not much time left. We need to defeat Meltrolis and rush to the core. And that's that. That's the CCC for this area. There is another one. Yeah, there are a few more things in the third floor of the labyrinth, and after defeating Meltrolis. But yeah, we're doing good progress in the CCC route. For now, let's go and put Archer in a swimsuit, shall we? Oh, what's up?
メルトリリスか。BB を守る最後の壁だな。同時に最も危険な敵でもある。
Yep.
彼女には今までの敵にあった弱みがない。性能的にも精神的にも敵としては完全無欠のアルタエゴだ。
Mm-hmm. I absolutely mindly not to watch what you're saying. Metal is definitely a tough enemy, but more importantly right now, I'm...
BB のことが気になるといった顔だな。
Like Archer says, in all honesty, I've been worried about how BB is acting. She always has her usual enthusiasm. I can't knock her for anything else, but...
まったく君は博愛主義者か。敵の親玉まで気にかけるとはよほど余裕があるらしい。いいかマスター、敵に気をやればその分だけ自分の身を危険にさらすことになる。それを分かった上での発言なら私からは何も言うまい。あとは自己責任だ。
I understand it, I do accept.
まあそれでおとなしく聞くようなマスターならこんなに苦労はしないのだがね。どうせ何を言っても無駄だろう。好きにすればいいさ。 BB の考察は何らかの利を生む可能性もあるしな。どちらにせよ私は務めを果たすだけだ。君の願いの終わりまで共に歩み共に戦う、そういう契約だからな。
Alright, let's get you in that thing, shall we? A nice little speedo for you, my guy.
見ろ、鍛え抜いたこのボディ。
Yep, that makes sense. You know, honestly, I do, if he was wearing a swimsuit, I do expect Archer's swimsuit to be a speedo. Let's go ahead and switch, shall we? Let's remove our socks. Let's go for... Yeah, that thing... no. There we go. Now we match, Archer. Let's see, what do you have to say?
水着か。あまり着る機会はなかったんだが。
I mean, one of those I don't think they allow you to use speedos in Japanese high school pools. It's a pervert. Police, we've got a fine pervert here.
変態扱いはないだろう。どう見てもノーマルな水着と鍛えられた腹筋でしかないはずだ。
All I see is a pervert. It's important to say this again. Pervert. Thank you very much.
そこまで言うか。ならば、私にできることはただ一つ。
Oh yeah? What are you gonna do, my guy?
あえて着続ける。この姿のまま、君のサーバントとして遜色ない務めを果たしてみせよう。
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna have the effect you think it is. His masculinity is something else. I didn't want to make him show it off at times like this.
まあ、個人的にはボクサーの方が良かったのだが、ビキニタイプの利点は水の抵抗が減ることだけだし
Honestly,
な。
I gotta be so honest. I don't see him with boxers. So he says, while seemingly liking them. I guess if he enjoys it, and I'll let it be. Alright, let's go ahead. A bunch of perverts going into the sadistic constitution thing, huh? Alright, looks like we're both going into a dip, huh? Alright, let's go. Finish off the labyrinth. There's nothing special right now. Let me see. The only thing left to do right now is... get the tiger thing. Before we go in, I'm actually kind of curious. I'm gonna go ahead and do the student council for a bit. See if Sakura's anything. No, she's not here. Okay, figures. Okay, it's just the usual stuff. Alright. Let's go. For real this time. Let's get this chapter over with.
さて、行くとするか。マスター、指示を頼む。
There you can see Archer is he even has his toes out. Yep. fully built there. Alright, let's go. Just gonna use it for this one, like with Saber. I do feel it's a bit ridiculous hanging around with a swimsuit, huh? Just a bad sensation from under my feet. So, you went and stepped on it. Doesn't stopping you now. Let's sit back and watch. I fearfully move my feet. Clearly written on the floor the words, BB Channel, Business Trip Edition, are written. BB Channel! Everyone, did you know the crime rate is actually at 150%? The Sakura Labyrinth is Johannesburg of the world of the moon. A secret flower garden no one can be told about. A forbidden area kept secret from normal people. Tonight, our viewers will receive a special sneak peek of it. Or rather, Senpai, who was ignoring me with a grateful, peaceful expression, will get a sneak peek. Sakura breaking news. Following her around the clock, the charismatic stalker / no-good Kohai's S secret revealed. Hey master, over there riding your servant with no helmet. Please stop. Miniskirt police woman BB-chan coming through. Alright, hands up and listen well. Are you ready to call your lawyer? Now turn the viewers and let's go to the shameful apology time started. I'll put you through a voice changer, of course. Not getting much of a reaction here. But not only has Senpai gone silent, but so has a servant. Not feeling well. That was something from the commissary. Did you remember to restore your MP? To a certain extent, I'm impressed. Even in these circumstances, BB is still BB. No one could possibly be this dumb. You mean. Even I can read the room. The footage was pre-recorded after all. I threw it together while you were playing with Ellie. Right about now, you'll probably stop caring about you and the other senpai. I left Meltzer to handle things while I changed charge towards the core. So I'm probably laying waste to the world right now, but I couldn't care less. Actually, are you still defying me? I thought I made it abundantly clear that I have no chance of winning. You really just don't know when to quit. But I find that wonderful about you, senpai. If the heroes who are out to save the world say they aren't like that, they'd be liars. I'm going to reward you today for being that way, senpai. Please, let me hear some barks, okay? I created the show for that. Even at this stage, I'll automatically play. When someone still willing to fight comes along, it's my special service from me to you. There's one more critter left, a criminal who betrayed me. There's a bad little doggy hiding around here. That dog is a naughty child who robbed from a certain truth and scurried off. You're free to find and talk to them before the miniskirt police comes knocking. A criminal who betrayed me, a certain truth. Those words are pretty meaningful, but what does this mean by truth? There can only be one thing. Why did it all happen? It's about the cause, senpai. And with that, we'll end it here. I don't know how it's going at this point, but please be sure to play nice with me, okay? Looks like the recording finished. Seems like the content of it had nothing to do with Multralith. Huh? What's this reading we're getting? There are signs of a living creature near you. Maybe it's a trainer we talked about. From the scan results, I surmise that they're NPCs. We confirm signs of several of them in the vicinity, however. The readings are gradually fading. At this rate, I believe they'll disappear within a few minutes. I'll let you decide whether to rescue them or avoid the risk, Hakuno. I don't think NPCs would choose to enter the Sakura Labyrinth. I should be reasonable to assume BB had them prisoners. This is the most likely a trap, but let's start by exploring the area. And exploring we will. There's the Sphinx as usual. That's perfect actually. Nice. Kill these guys in the first in 3 shots, so that's great. Now this guy. Come here. It's fun if we get hit once. We didn't. Alright, that's even better. Nice, critical there. And that's a bit of XP. And that's the shockwave third strike. We already have it, but it's nice to know where it is. Let's just come on. Let's hit that guy. That archer. I swear, for an archer, this guy really sucks at aiming. Alright, let's see if this works. Nope, and they got cursed, and everything went to hell. Alright, at least we didn't get hit by that, so that's a bonus there. Alright, I do think we'll reach a fountain before this becomes too bad. Alright, let's see how this one works. Oh, awesome. We were able to do it before he actually did the skill. Oh, we got the pattern open, nice. There we go. Let's go for this. Alright, I think this should be good. Let's see. Nope. Now we're able to get the free shit there. Nice hit. Nice. Perfect, actually. Alright, let's see if we... There, we can use the skill. That sucks for us. 500 whole damage is bad. At least we got the thing there. A strange sight freezes me in my tracks. Their NPCs collapse on the floor. By the looks of it, their bodies all dyed the same color, and there's no longer any show of an expression. Does this explain that what Ronnie is saying? The rings are fading. One of these NPCs is still conscious. I ran up to reach out to help him stand. Pull back, Master. That NPC is infected with the virus. Touch him and you'll get it too. Huh? Stop reaching after Archer reprimands me. He may be able to hear. This color NPC lets out a groan after hearing Archer's voice. Someone help us. She brought us all the way here. We're becoming one. We're reverting to the storage again. She's making us hers. Help! Help! I'm fading! Vanished. Or dissolved, I should say. The NPCs deform, liquefy, and spill across the floor, and are absorbed. Rin's emotions convey even more over the comms. The repulsive sight causes Rin and the others to show disgust and fear. Was this similar to BB's black noise? It appears so. However, we are experiencing was not as sophisticated as this, I think. BB shapeshifters prey upon. They seize the targets as is and make them a part of themselves. Basically, BB absorbs the prey without disassembling them, then makes them serve as their personal memory. As long as we defeat BB, it's possible we can rescue the servants and NPCs she preyed on. However, this was a simulation. The NPCs were entirely dissolved with our biomorphing program. And after they turned into a mass of pure information, they became part of the labyrinth, which means they are fused with the labyrinth floor while still alive. At this point, they had neither a self nor limbs, just a pure memory. It seems so. As a rule, NPCs are dismantled after the Holy Grail War ends, similar to a religious cycle of death and rebirth. Both old and new NPCs are created by the Moon Cell, and a lot of faculties they have to calculate. Even if terminated, are given a new role. However, this doesn't follow the framework. Data liquefied and absorbed through this phenomenon can never be changed again. They are now the labyrinth floor, having been assimilated into and fixed to it. Regardless if it were if they ceased acting like as NPCs until the cycle of the labyrinth collapses, they will never be able to have an end. This is angry Reddy's voice. Since Rin and I are humans, our values aren't solely rooted on the world of information. We also endowed with values rooted in the real world. However, Ronnie is a homunculus. Since she is an artificial life form, she can probably get a real sense of how inhumane this phenomenon was from the machine point of view. If I said dissolves a human, no, an intelligence life form self, that's what Malthus doing, no doubt. Yes, maybe the same virus that infected me earlier. If you all weren't there, I would have turned into that. The virus Sakura was afflicted was one of which would have transfigured her into Malthus. This steals levels, siphoning them into Malthus. The labyrinth itself is essentially her, so one could say it's a simulation. This is Malthus poison, a flower nectar that does not only drain one of their abilities but melts down their identity. We finally had a traitor to help us, but Malthus found them and took them out handily. Malthus poison still is in the area. Should I cleanse the area since it's dangerous? Please, no, please wait. We'll take some samples. We need to come up with a way to counter it. Okay, we'll grab the data. It's dangerous, so don't touch it directly. We keep exploring, Hakuno. And careful, as you can, of course. We already knew it, but she may be more of an obstacle than Lip was. Alright, let's go. Yeah, that's the enemy we need to defeat so we can get the tiger thing. I'm gonna go around here so I can get this item. What? Okay, I did not see you there at all. Let's save. Well, that sucks. Alright, the rest should deal with it handily. I did not see him at all. Where did he come from? He's probably over here, but I just didn't see him for some reason. Yeah, he's probably hiding over here. I just didn't see him for some reason. Alright, let's go ahead and beat the other guy. This is a bit of a pain in the ass. Yeah, this is the way to go, because you can see. More of that melt virus. Something catching my eye. Are these footprints? Looks like it leads deeper into the labyrinth. Either there were more NPCs who got dissolved, or... We believe that BB said, there should be a traitor on this floor who knows the important secrets. I don't know if it's likely that a regular NPC would still be the secret, but that said, I can think of anyone else. That one guy is here, further in. Get ready for a fight, Master. This enemy is a tough one. Archer? Think back. When Malthus attacked us in the 13th floor, someone let us escape. Oh yeah, that's true. That was when we took advantage of a smoke screen someone put up and got away from Malthus, who was after us. While in that smoke, I didn't get the chance to see who it was, or wherever they were safe. But there's definitely a traitor outside the student council who resisted BB's forces. We don't know for sure if he's an enemy or an ally. In any case, hurry ahead and be careful. We don't seem to have much time. Alright, we just have to deal with this guy first. Let me just do a quick save here. Alright. Alright, we just have to rely a bit on skills here so we don't get demolished there. There we go. Hopefully he doesn't use any skills. He guarded, but that's fine. Alright, we're almost there. Damn it. Yeah, of course. Alright, so... I'm gonna give him the constitution thing. Alright, let's see if this one works out.
さすがだなマスター。匂いは覚えたな。行け。食らいつけ。フルンディング。見えているぞ。
Alright, it should be good. Ah, man, they're so close to dying, it's not even funny. Alright, hopefully this takes care of him.
食らいつけ。フルンディング。
Ah, fuck right off, my guy. Like, seriously. Wait, that's not it. It was this one. Let's do the, I'm just gonna speed this one up. I think we're pretty much dead. There's nothing we can do. Like at all. This requires protection 5. Can't do anything. Yeah, we're pretty much dead. Even if we guard, I don't think there's much we can do. Let's see. Yep, we're dead. Let's see. Yeah, if we were trying to battle, it's just gonna be the same thing. You know what? Let's try doing something else. Let's go for Constitution. Let's keep that one in. We're gonna go for her for these two. Then we're gonna go for this one again. Then we're gonna guard. Let's see what that works out. Speed it up a little bit so we can get this hurry up along. Alright, I guess we're just gonna have to try to do College Bog the rest of the way. Alright, let's see if that one works out. Not gonna do as much damage as we would like, but let's see. Oh, never mind. It's actually gonna do pretty good damage. We're good. We're good. There we go. Just had to play a little bit more the Archer's gimmick there. It still wasn't enough to level us up, but we got what he came here for. Either way, which was the fortune circle. Alright, I think there should be a spring close by, so let's see if we can find it. Alright, there should be more than enough to kill it. Or maybe not. Let's see. Ah, god damn it. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, luckily we have this. We're very thankful that this actually has this. Alright, let's no, not that. Do this. No, Archer. Alright, let's see if this one works out. Now this is really the worst mechanic in this game. Ah, damn it. Not mechanic, I guess you could say, but like the worst level. Oh my god. Alright, there we go. Thank God, finally. Actually, maybe I should be dead. I'm gonna be honest. No, we're not. That's barely enough to survive.
今のは危なかったよそ見は
We're not even that close to healing, so we're... So yeah, we're kind of... We're gonna have to avoid enemies at this point. Just... Yeah. And we can't, because the guy's right in our way.
ついてくるな
Right, let go.
もういらん
Alright, hold on. I think, yeah, I'm definitely missing something.
続けるぞ
Ugh, damn it.
指示をマスターあえて
Get out of the way.
ますか余裕
Just
が
wanted to get that item there, so let's just go ahead and get that before we leave. Has to be a way there. I think it's over here. No, okay, it's over there. Okay. It's the middle way. We're gonna ignore you. We're grabbing the 9,000 sacraments.
プレイヤーの意欲を上げてほしい
Alright, again, we're gonna ignore you. And alright, we're good. Alright, now we just have to worry about reaching the end of the labyrinth and finding the boss. But I think at the time we reach the boss, we're gonna have full health, so that's good.
続けるぞ
Stun you again. There we go. Get out of here. Yep. Wasn't there
了解
a...
だ
No, alright. There it is. I'm just gonna go ahead and save here, and let's get out of it. Let's get to the boss fight already.
よう、期待外れのお二人さん。どうだ少しはマシになったかい
Yeah, we got our noble phantasm, that's that.
取り戻したか
忌々しいが返す言葉がないその様子では随分と待たせたようだな森の狩人
だから待たせすぎだっつうの。あれから何時間経ったと思ってんだ。もう少し要領よくできないもんかね。まあ、同時こいた俺も悪いんだが。おい、受け取りな。忘れる前にくれてやるよ。
I got it. Green Archer. He mostly covered in noise. Had a frozen item folder over to me. I grab it and find it to be heavy. There's some sort of illegal data.
それすぐにこっちに送って BB の詳細データよそれ解析すればあのスキルの対抗策 BB のチート技術も真似できるかも
Why does Archer have something so important? Was it the one of BB's subordinates?
もちろん配下ですよ、そりゃ。でもまあ、何
Hmm.
雇い主の詳細データを渡してはいけないなんて契約はなかったからね。ちょいと暇してたんで調べてみたわけ。生前の癖ってのは抜けないもんだ。我ながらピーピングだけは褒められた趣味じゃないよな。元値はただなんで格安で譲ってやるよ。お題はそうだな。この聖杯戦争を台無しにしたやつの命でいい。敗れたとはいえこれは旦那の戦いだった。それをくだらねえ個人の欲でどうにかしていいもんじゃねえんだよ。
So that's how it went down. BB may have had his life in her clutches, but he never sold himself anyway. Just like the other servants, he showed loyalty to his own master.
欲のない男だ 貴様に言われずとも元凶は私たちの手で窮す。どうせなら他の報酬を口にしろ。
Yeah.
今なら軽口も多めに見るぞ。その体の治療も試みないこともない。
ああ、そりゃやめとくわ。毒使いだぜ俺は。受けた毒がどれほどのものか見てもらわなくともわからな。他にやってほしいことなんざ一つしかねえし。わかるだろう。話が早いのはてめえの唯一の特技なんだから。
そうだな。無駄な体力を使わせたアーチャー。
The exchange bounces between the servant. I feel relieved at the appearance of his unexpected reinforcement. The more allies we have, the better. If he comes over to our side, our situation will turn out more。
さてと。じゃあまあ、話すことは話したし、殺し合いでも始めますか。
Huh? What did he say?
驚くようなことか。俺 BB のサーバント、オタク BB の敵対者。ごく自然な流れでしょ。目的が一致していても殺し合う。戦場じゃよくある話さ。
マスター、準備を。これがあの男の望みだ。同時に最後の矜持でもある。
ああ、かかってきな。しかしなるほど。こりゃ確かに癖になる。サーバント同士の戦いは悪くない。誇りなんて余分なウエイトも今は微笑ましいもんだ。あんたらが間に合ってよかったぜ。つい眠りそうになるわ。片手からずるっといきそうになるわ。こっちはこっちで心配だったんでね。これでようやく派手にいけるってもんだ。
Alright, there we go. Archer.
行くぜ。
Archer.
がっかりさせんなよ。
Live or die by the sword.
お互い
Alright.
手の内は見えている。
You always start with guard, and remember that much.
遮蔽物がない段階でこっちが不利なんですけどね。まあ、ハンデってことで流してやるよ。トラップじゃ俺のが上なわけだし。
減らず口は死ぬまで。いや、死んでも治らないか。まともな英雄にはまだ遠いな、森の狩人。
はっ、減らず口に嫌味で返すあたり、オタクもブレないね。
Alright, so yeah, Robin Hood always starts with like defense with guard, so it's safe to buff yourself here. Right, what do I do now? Just I don't want to use any attacks if I can help it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and try this. Let's see.
始めよう。本名転換。さすがだな、マスター。
Of course, I got that. Alright. It's not kind of funny, just. Alright, so he didn't go for skills. Alright, he's gonna go there, so.
死にかけのサーバントに同情とかしてんのかい。
Alright, let's try this.
始めようか。
神経毒だ。楽し
Alright,
み
if
な。
we're lucky, we aren't gonna get poisoned. There we go. There's a. Alright, there's an how do I say, a chance.
せいてはことをしそんじる。丁寧に追い込むぜ。
Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do a pre-projection here. A guard here, a guard here. Just gonna go whatever at this point. And let's see what we got. We got our Noble Phantasm ready. That sucks. Alright, last chance, I suppose.
準備は整った。ついてこられるか、マスター。
And, yeah. Alright, let's see if this one works out for us. Doesn't use any skills, we're pretty much good.
As I pray, unlimited blade works.
But that's just only if he doesn't use any skills.
我が連鉄は崩れ歪む。外れろ、螺旋剣さ。
You 2K. You can definitely kill him in this round. We're dead. We're dead. Ah, great. Alright, so I'm gonna have to use Roll Ice here. But I think we are able to deal with him either way. Alright, so if we do this, I'm gonna speed through his Noble Phantasm again. We can deal with him. Just have to Roll Ice him. Ah, he's fast. Nope, maybe not. Okay, we got it. Alright, he won. As long as he doesn't use any other skills, we're good. You can see the problem with Archer is that he requires so much prep time. And that it wasn't even able to kill him, so yeah, we're kind of fucked there. Yeah, you see? And since this is the only thing he has is pre-projection, so fuck it, man. I really don't know. Guess we're gonna have to go by field because we're pretty much just running on empty at this point. Yeah, so just gonna go for this, then we can just see. Just gonna have to choose our way through that. The Faceless King, which is yeah, we're gonna have to redo that because this sucks.
お互い手の内は見えている。今回はフェアな戦いだな。
遮蔽物がない段階でこっちが不利なんすけどね。
Alright, just gonna have to deal with it. Let's see what we can do. Alright, that's pretty much all we can do. Let's just try and do as much damage as we possibly can to this guy. There's nothing really else we can do right now.
我が連鉄は崩れ歪む。外れろ、螺旋剣さ。我が腰はねじれくる。ガードバレルさ。神経度だ。楽しみだ。
Yeah, nah. Man, this really sucks. Nope. Ah, man. Fucking hell, man. Alright, let's try it. We can do the Viper thing. Of course, we got stunned. We gotta retry that. We got stunned. Yeah, this is pretty much a bullshit fight, all things considered. Since we can't heal. Yeah, honestly. Yeah, no matter what we do, we're fucked. There's literally nothing we can do, I don't think. Nothing. What else can we do, really? Yeah, I'm gonna give it a second. Give me a moment.
任せてもいビリッと言っとく
せいてはことを仕損じる丁寧に追い込むぜほらかかってきな
甘いな
調子に乗ってんじゃねえか
幕引きだしね甘いなまだまだ経験が足りないなさすがだなマスター
ビリッと言っとく調子に乗ってんじゃねえか
幕引きだしね
悪いなまだあがくぜ俺はダン・ブラックモアのサーバントだからな
仕込みがものを言うのでね
そこ爆発するぜほら
陰陽転換
そこ爆発するぜ
防ぎ切る
いい追い込みをするじゃねえか頭に来るほどしびれるぜ楽しむかかすり傷でも十分だぞ
Okay,
炉心は冷気
I think that's it.
連鉄の真髄お見せしようか
That's it. Yeah, kind of sucks that I didn't have a save of before this battle, so we're kind of stuck with this pretty bad loadout. So yeah, hopefully we can do it like this. Let's see. Let's see. Hopefully I can make it.
As I pray, unlimited blade works. 我が連鉄は崩れ歪む。はぜろ、螺旋剣さ。
Alright, one more hit. If he doesn't use a skill,
我が連
alright,
鉄
we're
は
good.
崩れ歪む。
Oh man, this sucks as a
は
fight.
ぜろ、螺旋剣さ。
There we go.
参ったねもう
God
ちょい
damn.
と思ったんだが
At least we leveled up. And of course we got the fucking last skill Excalibur image at the last fight. Archer falls to his knees. Archer's attacks and poison working through him in the inside causes his body to rapidly disintegrate.
なんとか間に合ったか。あのままメルトリリスになるのだけは勘弁だったからな。たく、自決もできねえとは厄介な毒もあったもんだ。
So that's how it went down. Archer was infected with Maltralis' virus. He refused to be assimilated into Maltralis, was unable to kill himself, so as a last resort he chose to be defeated in battle.
遺言はあるか？欲のない貴様でも一つぐらいはやり残しがあるだろ
う。遺言ね。んなもんいちいち考えてなかったが、思い出したことはある。ほらよ、お嬢さん。さっきの BB のデータはおまけだ。本命はこっちでね。あいつが何より大切に隠していたものだよ。他の誰でもないお前さんにだけ意味のあるものだ。そこにきっと真実がある。それじゃあまあ、あとはよろしく。俺は先に抜けさせてもらうわ。できる範囲で納得のいく仕事をしてくれよ。
Concise, in important words, leaving only them behind Archer's spears.
それは無念ではなく希望というのだ、バカめ。まったく、最後までねじくれた男だったな。
I bought Watcher. I clutched the data and he exchanged his life for. This is the recording BB has most careful about storing away. This will be the final key to this puzzle. My heart wrung with a vague hunch that this was the case. Alright,
今は体を休めておけ。
yeah. I just feel like I'm missing something. Hold on. No, I feel like I was just missing something. I don't know why. Give me a second. Let me see if I'm actually missing something. Nope. No, CCC stuff. Yep, Neutralis. Defeat the Rondo. Yep, and that's it. I don't know why I was thinking I was missing a scene. Weird. Anyways, we got everything. Let's just go ahead. Activate the checkpoint. All we did this floor is pass through it. The real show starts from the next floor on. Before that, let's head back to the student council room. We need to hand over the data we got from Archer and Rin to the others. Welcome back. We're currently hyperspeed analyzing the data we got from the Green Archer. This turned out to be an unexpected win, huh? We pretty much given up on thinking we could get a hold of BB's data. That's right, thinking in terms of efficiency, we don't expect BB to make any more personal appearances in the labyrinth. Get to look for us, Sakura. We're both for the same model, so we should be able to tell in what way BB is illegally modded, right? Oh yes, I'll lend a hand if I can be of use. Let's leave these two to their analysis. If they can identify BB's matrix, we should be able to counter that skills of hers. Oh yeah, think about the simple matrix, and we already got the. It should be already be registered with you by now. Yeah, give it a good look over. That's not all, Hakuno. There's another data Archer left with you. I hand Rani the recover memory data she was referring to. It's not if I know how to use it. We need Sakura to look at it for us. Like before we all recovered our memories. It's memory data, just like before, huh? But this is... It's a different form. Rather than stored item, it's more of a prohibited item. It uses passion lips compression. Judging by the side, I think it contains one person's memories over the course of several months. The contents are damaged, but I will be careful to decompress it. You should be able to deconstruct. I'll have Mitosaka focus on countering BB's skills, and I'll take charge of this. Ronnie, do we really need to have the time to spare? Maybe we should focus on countermeasures against BB. It's not a difficult process. All it takes is some time. It won't cost us any labor. Is that so? I understand. I wonder what those memories of those are. Though if BB was hiding them, then they do belong to someone she regards as the biggest threat to her. We won't know until we decompress. Okay, everyone, let's return to our tasks. Once the decompression finishes, we'll report to Hakuno. And that's that. Archer also seems to be exhausted after fighting up against Green Archer, so we'll call it a day and head back to my room. So yeah, that whole shtick of the second thing is CCC exclusive. The gating the second prior memories. It is pretty much CCC exclusive. Hey Shinji, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. Shinji's standing in front of the room. By the looks of it, he seems to be wants to talk with me about something. Ever since the whole affair with Elizabeth, Shinji has become increasingly obstinate. I wonder what Shinji wants to talk to me about in spite of that. Tosaka's been keeping me in the loop. You saw how outclassed you are, yet you still went into her labyrinth, huh? Sakura? By her, I mean her, Mouthfulness, the drain lady who made a complete fool out of me. Not only did you treat me like a worm, but you went all and nano-sized me. If you had left me there, I'd be a liquid nutrients for that AI right about now. Thinking about it makes me shudder. So, how did it go? You entered her labyrinth, so you fought her, right? Show me her battle logs. Shinji asked me the battle battle later on Meltrellis. Well, yeah, Shinji wasn't there when Meltrellis attacked us. He doesn't know about Meltrellis' fighting style or her invincibility skill. Please show him the last battle records. We might get probably nothing out of it, considering it's this guy. I urged you on by Archer. I made the impression of the time we were assaulted. I speak about her basic stats as well as a special skill she had used, Drain and Invincibility. Huh? I knew about the Drain, but what's up with this Invincibility? Is she really invincible? I can at least say that she nullified everything we threw at her. Maybe she just has a high defense, and if we're able to get our attack stat, we can break through. All we can do is hope that's the case and head to the labyrinth. You got some guts heading into the labyrinth with her after you. Elizabeth and BB both have awful personalities, but she's even worse than awful. You'll get slaughtered without mercy if she finds you. Huh? You want to attack this time? She's straight up snubbing you. You don't even qualify as an enemy to her. And you're gonna beat that? The Tosaka and the others come up with some sort of strategy. They're coming up with one, and the whole Leo left behind is a big one. All the work keeps piling up solely on Rin and Rani. I have no choice but to find the countermeasure of Mouthfulness within the labyrinth. Unbelievable. Are you seriously not scared? You realize you have no chance of winning, right? Yet you're still going to defy BB. Then you started the moon. Ain't that a great place anyways? The Holy Grail War was an actual slaughterfest. Even if we make it back, we'll either live or die, that's it. But still, we're going back to the near side. I don't hear any of the usual bravado in Shinji's voice. It's in his own way, he's speaking his mind. He's expressing his raw apprehension without any pretense. To be honest, I'm scared too. That's right, you should be. You're up against a monster out to dominate the moon cell. No one can blame us. You wouldn't be you otherwise, Kishinami. The fight of the world, protecting the moon. It's got nothing to do with us. Looks like my sister didn't get through to Shinji. No matter what I say, there's no words that will make Shinji feel better. That's something every person left in the old school building has in common, not just Shinji. Most likely, Rin, Rani, Jinako, and everyone is worried. The ones remaining are those who stifle such thoughts and struggle on, and those who can no longer struggle on. Anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about. I want nothing to do with all that pointless fluttering about you're all doing. I just got, one book to make with her. I was curious about what's going on, that's all it was really. Don't go into the labyrinth anymore. If you piss off the Meltrelith, she'll come down on us too. You hear me? Don't. If you value your life, then do nothing. We're down for 4 people. If you disappear too, what the hell will we do? Shinji leaves like he was holding back his frustration. You get to the labyrinth. If we just stick to the old school building, we'll be safe. That's what BB kept warning us too. It's absurd to imagine, but maybe if we did what she said, our situation wouldn't have changed, and no one would have disappeared. It wouldn't be like sleeping in an empty cradle. We wouldn't have known about the outside world's destruction. Maybe we would have slept as much as we wanted within the Sunset School forever. Anyways, let's go in.
戻るたびに安心するよ。
Alright, let's just switch up our outfits again.
まあいいだろう。
But holy hell, that
モードの風を感じるね。
that Robin Hood fight was horrible. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't get the luxury of a respawn skill, and we get bad RNG. Yeah, that was really horrible. Anyway, let's go ahead and get stockings there. Anyway, let's get out of here and end the day. Archer's asleep. Ever since we came to the far side of the moon, there's been a barrage of events. In the end, the fatigue must have piled on. I'll hit the hay early today too. We'll be tackling Meltor Lift again tomorrow.
待て、違う、誤解だ。
What kind of dream is this servant having? Thankfully, next floor is not that bad. Compared to this one, at least.
マスター、
Let's stop by the student council room. As we usually do, we have a short briefing before we head to the next floor. Archer's right. They may have established some new facts about the situation. Let's stop by the student council room. And before we do that, let's just go ahead and go talk to her so we can get our stuff. And I can enter this part. Oh, that's... Thank you, Shinami dear. Now, wherever it teaches luck or the great ocean need be feared, take this token of my appreciation. I fished it up with the electronic ocean a while back. See if we can use it to you. Alright, I'm making it this time for sure. Wait for me, my beloved students. Teacher's coming in hot with a bag full of quizzes. Alright, into my room.
ドアはきちんと閉めたか？
We got some dumbbells and those stretchy things. Basically exercise things. Alright. And that's gonna be it for now. Man, that I will say again, that Robin Hood fight was very sloppy. I definitely should have switched equipment after that. Probably done a damage boosting or even the revive thing we have. That probably would have been better. But yeah, I didn't have a save. The only save I had, even with the save states, the only save I had was from the beginning of the part. Since there are no fountains in that dungeon there too, we were kind of fucked there. So yeah, that's gonna be it for now. I think it's gonna be pretty much smooth sailing from here, since honestly the worst part was we didn't have healing. We couldn't heal, so that was that. So yeah, it's gonna be it for now. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time for more Fate Extra CCC. Ciao.